Hi, welcome to Ranging Country. I'm Lawrence.
And I'm Peter.
And we're here to bring you another, I know it's not the first in our sort of batch of target rifle reviews. We did the new Precihole rifles.
Well, that's what started all this off, didn't it?
Yeah,
really?
basically.
Yeah.
And this is the Air Arms MPR. So let's get into it and see what we think of it. Yes, so this is the Air Arms S400 Multi-Purpose Rifle Precision. So it's the MPR. It's the target version of the S400 that's been out for 6,000 years? Six and a half, I think.
A little bit longer than that, I think.
Yeah, the S400 was out when T-Rex was still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Probably accounted for a few T-Rexes, to be honest. But joking aside, it's a well-proven, well-known, absolutely bomb-proof action, isn't it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And this is an oldie but a goodie. You know, this rifle's been out for a long while. We're just getting around to reviewing it because, we've rekindled our a newfound love for short-range target shooting, isn't it? With a bell target.
Yeah. So with that, we had the Preciholes a few weeks ago. We've got these obviously in the shop now to follow, to sort of give bell target shooters an option. We realised how popular it was and how much we enjoyed it. So
we did.
In theory, everyone else is going to enjoy it as well.
We're actually going to try and recreate create a bell target shooting facility down at the range here. So that'd be good for 2025.
Yeah. 2026 or so. Yes. So, yeah.
Ye of little faith.
Yeah. 2025. Yeah. You heard it here first.
Yeah, you did.
So, right, shall we get into features and we'll explain what it actually comes with? Okay, on to features then. So we'll start as always, we'll start butt to muzzle. What have we got up that end?
So here we have an adjustable rear butt. Now, this looks quite adaptable to me. So
it looks suspiciously similar to the S510 Ultimate Sporter as well.
It does. Now, we've got a little space in there. Now, they say the space is available for these, so you can extend the stock. Now, that centre screw there, obviously you slacken that off and be able to move that up and down. Now, with that removed, that would allow access to these screws here with captive nuts in there. And you could change that for...
You could take the spacer out, you could put a bigger spacer in.
Yeah, you could probably put one of the PRS.
So if it is the same fitting as the Ultimate Sporter, which I'm pretty sure it is, it will also the PRS Red Wolf butt plate will also fit this.
Maybe it's worth a try, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're a pretty standard size anyway, so we haven't tried it.
I know that Ultimate Sporters, the Red Wolf butt plates will fit an Ultimate Sporter. This looks suspiciously similar to an Ultimate Sporter.
Yeah, I think that's
pretty sure
spacing's the same.
Yeah.
We've got an adjustable cheek piece there, black cheek piece. Now, one screw there on those two, that'll just grip those two stainless rods, allowed to move up and down. That's quite nice finish on there. Now, this stock finish, I know that Air Arms refer to this, they have referred to this in the past, as the uncooked chip.
Uncooked
The raw
chip. Raw.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that is,
that's exactly what that is. Yeah.
The old spud. Yeah, definitely. It's a bit different, isn't it? And it's a little bit, it works.
I quite like it. It's all very black and whitey.
Yeah.
Which in the gun industry is quite uncommon.
Not very forgiving for your dirty handprints, though. That's just one thing to bear in mind.
Yeah, obviously you're not taking it out into the field, though, I guess.
No. You've been working on cars all day long. We're in the garage and you pick it up and it's... Wash your hands thoroughly first. So we have moving forward, we have
We've got a trigger.
We've got a different trigger. Now, it's the spring action, the spring return on that is a lot stronger than other Air Arms rifles. And that is a lovely trigger. That is a superb release.
Yeah, it's fully adjustable match grade. It's the trigger blade will turn.
Now, interesting, on a lot of rifles nowadays that have an adjustable blade, there's a grub screw that acts on the shaft of the trigger pole, shall we say, and they strip, don't they? You try and nip these up.
It's quite often a tiny little grub screw in the side of the trigger blade.
Yeah.
It's like 0.75 mil.
It is,
and it's a bit stupid, and they always fail.
They do.
Whereas this, you're about to say, is a clamp around the back.
Clamp. And it's a little nut and bolt, little quality nut and bolt, securing that together, and that clamps the trigger blade onto it.
So it shouldn't move. And then obviously you can turn it left and right. It will move forward and backwards as well. And then obviously you can change it for weight and length of first stage and weight of second stage and that sort of thing.
It's just another little thing, Air Arms quality engineering down in Hailsham in Sussex. It's just another little thing, so you go, yeah, why not everybody able to do that?
Yep.
Longevity and all that. It's
yeah,
because people are going to undo that. They're going to move it up and down. They're going to play. When you've got that little grub screw, that's soon easy to strip those threads.
Yeah,
it's so small.
What else we've got? Obviously, we've got a standard bolt action. It's a standard bolt action, single shot. Quite a nice one thing that we had remarked on the Precihole rifles.
Yes, we did. Yeah,
was there was quite a narrow loading port in here.
Yeah,
it was like 1 centimetre to wide, so you could only just get your finger in there. Whereas this is much longer. This loading gate here, so it's much more forgiving to be able to get your pellet into the breech in there. So
it is very nice. I know some trays you put your pellet in and go, oh, it's dropped in the wrong way around, and
you've got to shake it and yeah,
beautiful.
That's much easier to use.
Very well thought out.
Yeah, I think better design. The Preciholes were very well built. I think this and the breech here is a better design.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Obviously, we've got a 9 to 11 mil rail up top, which coupled with the one on the end here, you've got diopter sights in here. Now, this is a 17 millimeter diameter front element that's in here, and they the size of the aperture in the center goes from 2.5 mil to 4.5 mil. Now that'll mean
it comes with those two inserts.
Comes with 5 of them.
5 inserts.
2.5, 3, 3.5.
Okay.
That will mean everything to some people and absolutely nothing to most people.
Yeah,
because it didn't to me before we.
Those that know will know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have we got? Underneath, we've got a UIT rail. So this is like an inward facing. It's like an inward rail sort of thing. So you can get either a bipod on there, or one thing I did note on their blurb that we've got for them is you could get different weights and stuff to change the weight and balance of the rifle.
To make it harder to hold up.
Yeah.
In the own position.
Yeah, basically. We've got a gauge on the cylinder.
Yeah, now interestingly, this cylinder's a removable cylinder, isn't it? To fill it up, you've got to remove the cylinder.
It is 2024, and we've got a rifle that doesn't have a quick fill.
Yeah,
but
a lot of target rifles.
It's a target rifle. Yeah. We're talking different kettle of fish. A lot of stayers, a lot of anschuts, a lot of the high-end Walthers and that sort of thing. That's how they roll.
Yeah. Now, it's based on the S400. That's probably the same as an S400 tube. If you change that for a quick fill, you wouldn't get the gauge on the end. Simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
basically,
because on the 400 action, the gauge comes off the front of the action here underneath.
Yeah.
Now these are fitted with what Air Arms call a self-regulating valve.
So does that mean it's regulated?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No. So what it means is it responds as necessary to different pressures in the cylinder.
Like a regulator?
No, because if it opens more when the pressure's lower.
So in theory, it should be consistent.
It should be. Now, interestingly, going off the off the point a little bit here.
No, we wouldn't do that here.
I do, yeah. So it's my age, I think. So Lawrence and I are both Air Arms trained service technicians, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We've been trained in the factory. We can strip down, repair S400s. In the past, I've been asked to look at an S500 rifle, S500, S510, I can't remember which. It had an aftermarket regulator fitted in it. I can't remember whose it was. I can't remember who'd done it. And it was all over the place, the feet per second. Now, I said, I'm going to take this out and I'm going to replace it with a standard tube and put it back to factory. And that was so, once I'd done that, factory setup, it was far, far more consistent and an aftermarket regulator fitted in it.
There you go. Obviously, we assume then that the aftermarket reg was fitted poorly or improperly.
Or is it just that the standard setup is so good? It's, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Tangent over. Other features. Now, I guess it's sort of a feature. Power-wise, it's about 5 and a bit foot-pounds, so it's sub 6 foot-pounds.
Yeah. We have chronoed this. Now, a few people have mentioned, can we chrono on screen? It's just a little bit more difficult. With being indoors on our tube range, just a little more difficult with we normally use an FX chrono down on the range. But it doesn't always pick up in the enclosed space, does it?
No. And frankly, it often doesn't matter.
Yeah. But they are everything we have in stock and everything before we deliver it is chronoed on our scan chronos in the shop. So we do that, and this was running at 5.5 foot-pounds. So it's written on the box, so we know exactly what it's doing.
When I say it doesn't matter, I'm sure the comments will come after me if I don't finish that. That thought.
They'll come after you.
I understand that the power does matter, but us shooting it over the chrono, we don't need to show you every single shot. We can tell you what the power is. Granted, we probably should be doing that, I guess. We can just tell you what the power is and tell you how consistent it is. Yes, I'm sure I'll get a lot of flack for that.
Yeah, you will. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, other features. What else have we got?
So we've talked about the. You can identify the precision from the standard Sporter, can't you? By this extended barrel weight.
It's bright silver, whereas the Sporter is black and finishes about there.
Yeah.
As far as we can tell, that's the only difference between the two. But we may be wrong. I'm sure the comments, again, will come after us.
Oh, yeah. Bound to. So.
Is that everything? There's no full probe to go through. There's no magazine to go through.
Shot count.
Shot count.
Shot count. Do you know, I don't know how many shots I've had with this earlier on, playing with it. But I've had what was the gauge reading now? Oh, I've had a lot.
Just under 150.
Okay. Now, they reckon 120 shots out of these. It is a standard sort of S400 size cylinder, but we're half power.
Yeah.
It's
probably about right.
It's a minuscule amount of air that it's using for each shot. And I've had a lot of shots. There's 3/4 tin of pellets gone here. I've been having a right bit of fun. So that's one benefit with your lower power.
Yeah.
And your 10-meter indoor, you just don't need the power.
Yeah. So that 120 shots, that's what we've been quoted, and we see no reason to refute that.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we jump into handling and see how it actually feels and how it looks and feels?
Definitely.
Let's get into it. Okay, handling then. So some numbers right from the start. Weight is 3 kilos, pretty much on the dot. I think it was 2.99 or something. Total length is 1,000. It says 1,060, but it's more like 1,045. We just measured it at. So it's just over a metre long. Standard length.
I think the beauty of this is you don't have to put a scope on it.
Yeah.
So you're not increasing that top heavy weight on there, are you?
Yeah, 100%.
That's an incredibly comfortable stock.
It's a little bit of a shorter stock. The blurb that we've got for it, it's saying it's designed more for juniors. Now, I don't know if it's designed more for juniors, but it's certainly quite accommodating. It's a little bit shorter in the stock. Shorter
I'd agree with
maple.
that. I'd agree with that. But normally, when you've got a scope on a rifle, your eyepiece probably comes back to here, doesn't it? So then you want 75, 100 mil behind that for your eye relief. So I can understand why. But with the diopters, you don't need that so much, do you?
No, you just can place them a little bit easier for where you need them.
Yeah, you can. I mean, that for me is perfect. Very comfortable, very tactile. That's a. The stock isn't rounded; it's squared to the bottom, isn't it?
Yes.
And
So
there's no checkering on there.
So you can sort of artillery hold it as well.
You can. I think they've just got it right, haven't they, with this rifle?
It's well balanced as well, I'll say. I think that slightly shorter. I don't know the measurements, but it's definitely a shorter stock. That shorter stock brings the weight nicely back into your shoulder. Yeah. Again, feels very, very nice.
It certainly does. So all we've got left really is to shoot it.
Yeah, basically. I'm sure there'll be something that we've forgotten to mention or something that we think of. And we'll probably come back to that in the conclusion once we've had another go with it. But
yeah,
let's have a go and let's have a shoot of it.
Let's see what we can do.
Okay, here we are, set up, ready to shoot the MPR Precision. Let's give it a go.
Let's see what we can do.
So we're shooting. So we've obviously it's a 10-meter target rifle, 6 foot-pounds. So we're not shooting at a normal 25 meters. We've got a target set out at 10 meters, measured out. Using open sights. We're using these Air Arms Precihole Match pellets, 8 grain. Are they 802s? I think something like that. Flathead target pellet. That's a good guess, wasn't it?
8.02. You've done this before, haven't you?
I've indeed done this once or twice.
I am going to shoot off my elbows today.
And I'm going to, because we don't have a normal setup where I've got my monitor, I can see what he's doing. I'm going to use a spotting scope. So which one are you going for?
Top left.
Nice.
Where was that one?
4:30 inside the middle of inside the green.
Okay.
Centre green.
Where was that one?
Oh, you missed.
I'm getting, with my eyes, I'm getting no feedback from that target whatsoever. So I'm relying on you.
Well, you missed again. Let's go for that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's probably pinky now.
Is it?
All 4 of those, yeah.
Not a giant's pinky now.
No, that'd be the whole target. That was just into the white, just below the green.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was bad then.
Yeah. Oh, through the bowl.
Do you know, I'm not finding these sights.
Mm-hmm.
And this rear sight is Precihole. I'm not finding this as easy to shoot as the Precihole rifle with the sights. It was there or not with the Precihole sights. Whether it's the size of the hole in the front sight, I do not know.
So we've changed the front aperture on the diopter sight out to be a 2.5mm, so it's the smallest one. When I was having to go with it, that's the one that seemed to be best for me. I could just see an inner ring around in the target sort of thing.
I think the I remember seeing it was quite easy to aim on using the green circles of the Remington targets as an aiming point with the aperture. Whether I'm too small this time or I don't know. Just not as easy for me, I don't think. My eyes could be more tired.
We've got 2 groups.
Have I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very close together though.
Okay. Got carpet burns on my elbows. I've been doing quite a bit of shooting this morning. I find it quite enjoyable though. It's quite cathartic.
Cathartic.
It's one of those that you don't want to put down. You just want to.
You're just in the zone of putting your pellet in, concentrating on your two little sights.
Yeah. It'd be better if I was getting feedback. So if I had the monitor on it and I was seeing where they're going, I'd find it a lot easier. But I'm sort of shooting blind, really.
Well, on that note, let's just have a little pause here and a resume here.
Okay. So
there you go. How's that for feedback?
That's not bad at all, is it?
You got a pound coin, the Range and Country trusty pound coin.
Yeah. And that's well with it. I mean, it is a precision target rifle, isn't it? But these aren't precision target eyes. That's one of our issues. Make no bones about it.
That's the centre of the pound coin, the silver centre of it.
Yeah. More like a penny, isn't it? Have I got a penny? I don't know what I've got in my back pocket.
We're more likely to have a penny here than a pound.
A 5 pence. It's within a 5 pence. Yeah, that's the smallest coin I've got. Makes a change for it from it being a £2 coin, isn't it? Size group.
Yeah. So when you first started,
yeah,
all 4 of your shots were there.
Okay.
Just excluding that one.
Yeah.
And then you had that one, and then you lost it. You're up here and down there.
Yeah. These wad cutter pellets are quite nice, aren't they? For showing the.
They give you a nice clean.
They do.
Break.
Nice clean. I know sometimes you get pellets tumbling through the hole, don't you? So they're actually going through sideways if it's a bit of a how do I describe it? Questionable gun.
Some rifles.
They'll tumble the pellets. So, well, this is a new one. This is absolutely, we've never done this before. Gone forward and got the target while we're shooting.
We've never been able to. It's usually ages away. Okay, let's jump into a conclusion. Okay, final thoughts then. What do we think? You're the one that shot it. What do you think to actually shooting it?
I really enjoyed shooting it. I felt it. Now I was shooting on my elbows. It's not often I use elbows for shooting. I like to shoot it off the bag. Bit of a cheat. Bit of a push. We're
showing the rifle off. We're not showing our skills or lack
thereof. That's
a
good job, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I didn't want to stop. You know, you get some rifles like this, and I want another shot. It just gets enjoyable. I said it's.
I'm sure most of our watchers, most of our viewers will. Yeah, I think that makes sense to everyone. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Now, I always think of our reviews as not so much as we're definitely not a sales pitch.
No.
Definitely not getting paid to review these guns.
No, obviously we do run the shop and we do sell them.
We do.
So there's a certain level of, we want to show you what there is and we want to give our honest opinion.
Yeah, we'll give you the honest opinion.
But we don't get paid. We don't get paid for any of our reviews or anything.
No. So I like to think of these reviews as probably a bit more of a chat down the range between two buddies, shooters, and a bit of Mickey taking and a bit of fun in there. You know, it's we're not a sales pitch.
Yeah.
So overall, I like it. One drawback for me is removing the cylinder to fill it up. As you start removing it, it does get a little bit wobbly up the front there, and you could scratch the barrel, couldn't you? One of your observations.
Come to the little tool. There's a little flat hex section here to be able to put a tool in, to be able to unscrew that if that's quite tight, which it can be. So it's simple to do.
Is that likely to have over tightening affiliated with that? If you've got a wrench, you go, I'm going to wrench it up. I mean, I did that by hand, no problem at all, and she didn't leak. So
remains to be seen.
Yeah,
but certainly, I guess if you wanted to unscrew it,
yeah.
I think
if Jeff Capes had done it up, you probably would need the spanner on it to undo it.
Yes,
Oh, showing my age now again, aren't I?
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, we did a review on the Precihole target rifle, which was fantastic, superb. Interestingly, these are now fitted with the metal Precihole sports diopter sights
on the rear. Yes,
on the rear.
That is one thing we forgot to mention in features. The rear is metal diopter. The front is plastic.
Okay.
It obviously bolts onto the metal shroud here. It's quality. It's not like a cheap tacky plastic. I mean, it's not
polymer.
Yeah.
Polymer.
It's a quality. It's quality synthetic. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I guess it saves weight actually.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably just as strong, but saves quite a bit of weight.
Well, we say plastic, we say synthetic, don't we? But what's the Glock pistol made out of?
Yeah,
that's polymer, isn't it? And that's
similar sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. So, does it do the job? It absolutely does the job.
Yeah.
It's a quality. It puts a smile to your face every time you pick it up.
Yeah. It's simple to use. Really, really comfortable in the shoulder. Shoots really accurately. Straight out of the box, the trigger's absolutely bang on.
Yeah.
I really like it as well. Price wise, as of time of filming, it's around the £1,000 mark. If you come to this in 3 years' time and it's $2,500, then don't come at me.
That would be inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's. I think a couple of things that are better designed than the Preciholes.
Agreed.
Certainly, that's a big one. But I don't think. I think it's worth.
Precihole had quick fill though, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Precihole had a safety catch as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that wasn't really a safety catch. That was a
decocked it.
It decocked it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Dry firing mechanism.
There we go. Well, we really like it.
Quality, British made.
Yep.
Does the job. What more do you need?
There we go. Well,
get your hands on one.
Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Please remember to like and subscribe.
Thank you very much.